Jump!
Crate of raw sugar crashed down from the hoist. It began with a discrepancy that no accountant could explain. The steamer Merbar left Java carrying over 11 million pounds of raw sugar. But when weighed by customs in New York, 700,000 pounds had vanished, evaporated. This wasn't just shrinkage, it was a heist worth thousands in lost import duties per ship. The Treasury Department called in their best operative, Dick Carr. His mission was simple but impossible. Find where the sugar is going, or find who is faking the numbers. Carr knew he couldn't crack the docks from the outside. He needed a mole. He placed a young woman named Louise Wood as a file clerk inside the sugar company. For months, she dug through records. Nothing. The paperwork was perfect. Carr was ready to quit until he spotted Louise walking out of Tiffany's with a diamond ring worth $800, more than she made in a year. Carr cornered her at her apartment.
Where did you get the money, Louise? They're paying you to be blind, aren't they?
She broke down. The dock workers had spotted her instantly. They offered her a choice: exposure and disgrace, or double pay to keep her mouth shut. She took the money.
I didn't mean to double-cross you, Dick, but I don't know how they do it. They never let anyone into the scale house without a permit.
The scale house. That's where the body is buried. We're going back in on Monday, and this time we do it my way.
Monday morning, Carr didn't bother with permits. He stormed past the guards and kicked open the door to the scale house. Inside, the company checker, Mahoney, and the government weigher, Derwent, were huddled over the massive beam of the main scale.
Straighten up! Hands where I can see them!
Mahoney froze, his fingers scratching at something beneath the metal beam. Carr drew his .45. Suddenly, a scream pierced the air from the doorway. It was Louise.
Dick, look out! Jump!
Carr leaped sideways just as a massive crate of raw sugar crashed down from the hoist, smashing the spot where he had stood seconds before.
Thanks, Lou! Search them!
Agents swarmed the room. They searched Mahoney. No weapons, no hidden ledgers. In his hand, they found only two things: a wad of chewing gum and an ordinary 25-cent piece. Carr examined the scale beam. He found sticky residue on the far end. The trick was brilliantly simple. By sticking the quarter to the sensitive end of the weight beam with gum, the leverage threw the balance off just enough. It reduced the registered weight of the massive cargo by thousands of pounds per load, saving the company millions in taxes. The government brought suit. Rather than face a public trial and prison for their executives, the sugar company wrote a check to the Treasury for over $2 million in back duties. The most sophisticated smuggling plot in history wasn't solved by high-tech gadgets, but by finding a single sticky quarter.